And we are live and direct. What is going on? This is a hidden channel, and I figured I'd go public with it just to be able to use it as a method of to go live kind of whenever I want and to post, you know, extra content. I've already kind of had this on here, Andy's extras, but I honestly used it as like a channel to test to see if something was copyrighted or not, because if you get like 50 copyright claims, not strikes, claims, you can get demonetized, supposedly. So I did use this to test some stuff, and it's nice to, you know, just to see how it looks on YouTube on your TV before you post it, and you can throw stuff up and it'll be, you know, on there, and then you set it to public. But for some reason, sometimes the videos get put behind because of the other lives I have going on, aka Unmasked. So it was just easier to use a different YouTube channel. And so I was like, you know what, I can have, you know, just some more personal stuff. I know no one's going to be watching this now because I have no subscribers. But let's just see. see what happens if you start out as a brand new channel, if anyone even pops in here. I think it's kind of cool to see, and just, you know, obviously I'm going to let you guys know after this filming that I'm going to be on this channel so you guys can subscribe and just hang out. And I would like to do live videos, not on my main channel, but maybe on my way to work, you know, like literally where it's just like not the best quality, no background music. I mean, we can do that on whatever, you know, if I have some time to kill or something. And I don't know, maybe different stuff for, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, babe, we're live. Say hi. What? No one's watching. Not yet. And we are back. No, I'm just kidding. I just thought it was cool to do this. I don't know. Let's see here. Well, I might as well test some stuff here. Let's go to... No, let's go out of this. Hold on, I'm just in a screen right now looking something up. Not YouTube Studio, not this, not this. We just need... Well, we can just go on to... Yeah, we'll go on to YouTube. I think YouTube's cool and all, right? Let's try Williston Audio Labs. Yeah, I kind of want to watch this. Alright, now... Share screen, window, Microsoft. Right, we could do the entire window, but that's okay. We'll just do this one here. And then there we go. Oh, too big. Cool. I like that, so you can see that enough.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use this tool.
Of course.
A browser extension.
My premium is not set up yet on this account. There we go. Now I can watch with you guys. Cool. I didn't see this video yet, so I figured, why not?
Are you looking for big Korean-style half-bridge power on a budget?
Team Pie.
Well, let's check out Team Pie here, which is a company direct from China.
Wolfram,
you can
not the
order
Wolfram.
your goodies, including the 7,500 watt
like
amp. Some of the American companies here have bought these and rebranded them. Jones Subwoofer Solutions is one, and he lists his 7500.1 as $899. You can check the link in the video description for his website and also his dyno test. But we also have a link below for Team Pie,
Yeah, it's
where you
that,
can order this amplifier direct.
what's his YouTube channel name? Something Kicker, Face Kicker.
Having it
He does amp
screen
dynos.
with your name on it or whatever.
That,
TeamPieAudio.com. Now, when I first got this amp in, I noticed a very striking similarity to the Vital Power VP700.1 that I tested previously, and it looks like this Team Pie 7500.1 is a
like
pretty
identical,
close
really.
clone. We will check the guts later to see how close they are, but for now, let's get this thing unboxed. This amplifier is huge, and they packed it well. I really like the box. Really thick cardboard and some really thick padding on each end, so it arrived fine with no problems. Let's get it unwrapped and see what's inside. Here you can see the amp. This is a
Should've
raw
brought a drink.
design, just an anodized black finish. It does not have any kind of logos or anything on it. Decided to go that route. Here is the Cat 5 style base remote cable, and you get Allen's keys and also Allen screws. I don't know why he gave those up. And here is the voltage and temp and everything else included on this base remote. This is actually a really nice base remote. The only limitation I've seen, and I'll talk about it later, is it only shows Celsius for the temperature, which that's what they use.
Yeah, you'll
virtually
figure
everywhere
it out.
else except for
Celsius,
the
Fahrenheit.
US,
It's like
but
driving a
you can
car
see,
that's got kilometers
yeah, it's
only.
metal
You
and
figure it out
everything. Looks
eventually.
pretty good. Let's talk about the ratings. At 4 ohms, it's rated 2600. At 2 ohms, 4800. And 1 ohm, 7500 watts, all at 14.4
Definitely
volts.
a half-bridge
On one end of the
design.
amp, we have the RCAs for inputs and outputs. Those are Tiffany style. Power and protect LEDs. Gain control from 0.2 to 6 volts. Subsonic from 10 hertz to 50 hertz. Bass boost from 0 to 9 dB, as well as the remote connection for the bass knob.
It's nice to have subsonic,
Low-pass
even though you
filter
might
from
never
250
use it.
hertz
It's nice
down to 35
just
hertz,
for it to be there.
as well as a phase from 0 to 180. A clip limit button for off and on. Output master
I feel like
or
the phase-
slave, as well as that RCA and the speaker outputs, which are
I
approximately
guess there are
8
some
gauge.
situations you can
On the
use
other
it in,
side,
but
you have the triple 1-alt inputs, as well
Getting a
as
little
remote
technical,
power out
you know,
and
just in my
remote
opinion.
power in. That way you can daisy chain multiples of these amplifiers if you'd like. Very beefy here. Again, 7,500 watt amp, you're going to need the juice to supply. Please
Ew,
take
look at
note
that.
of how to hook these up. Make sure you hook it up the right way. The
You would
power
think it'd all
terminals
be the
and
same,
ground
you know,
terminals there
negative,
are a little
positive,
different than
negative,
normal.
positive, negative,
As
positive.
far as the weight, this thing is 41 pounds or 18.5 kilograms. Dimensions 33.5 by 12 inches by 3 inches, which is exactly the same as the Vital Power that we've shown before.
It's
And
almost
for the amp
3
dyno
feet long.
test, let's talk about the
Surfboard.
default settings. We have the amplifier gain match to the head unit with 9 dB overlap using DD1 Plus. Subsonic filter is set to the minimum setting. Low pass filter is set to the maximum, which is 250 hertz. Bass boost is set to minimum. Phase is set to 0. And of course, it's set in the master mode because we're testing one single amplifier here.
So it's strappable.
Now let's fire up
master
the good old
slave, half
SMD,
bridge.
the More Engineering Amplifier Dyno, to do our RMS power output testing of this amplifier. Before we do that, make sure you check the video description for links to the Wilson Audio merch. Smash me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this content.
Yeah.
More like it coming all the time. Now let's talk about the dyno tests. There's 3 different tests: certified, uncertified, and dynamic. Certified test takes us up to 1% THD. Uncertified takes us up to the clipping point. And dynamic is a dynamic tone mimicking IHF 202 standard. Something to note here, the amp is hooked up using the triple
Wow,
1-out
that's
inputs. I do
crazy
have
looking.
dual inputs on one of the terminals.
Yeah, why is
And
that?
I'm measuring just one of the 3. And I've got a video which I'll link in the video description that shows why this is accurate for this particular test.
Well, yeah, that. I'm wondering why there's 2 runs for the middle input.
Also, for those who
sections.
haven't seen these videos before, the amp dyno displays 3 things: the wattage output, the ohm load, and the
I
resulting
like how he's
voltage
going
for
more
the test.
into what the
First up,
dyno
we're
does
gonna
and how
try
he
the
tests
4 ohm
it, because
test. The amp is rated
you can't walk into
2600
making videos
watts
thinking
at
that everyone knows what you're
14.4
talking about.
volts. Start up the test here, certified, and you can see it stopped at 1994 and then jumped to 2105 at 14.83. So a little shy of that rated power. The rated power could be at clipping, so let's check that out. The uncertified test takes us up to clipping, and we get...
What was it rated for? 25 or 3?
Check it out, 2854 at 14.6. So we do meet the rating at the uncertified test at clipping. So in my book, since
That's
this
a win.
amp is so big and it's really going to be used for bass, you're not going to tell when 1% distortion hits. You're going to tell when clipping hits. So this is a pass in my book. Dynamic power, again over 2800 watts, 2838. Efficiency at 4 ohms, 87%. That's what we like to see. Very good. All right, next we'll try 2 ohms. Amp is rated 4800 watts at 14.4. Certified test first. Takes us to 1% distortion. And 4287. Did you notice again it jumped from 3900 watts-ish up to 4287 there at the end of the test. Uncertified up to clipping.
Should do it uncertified.
Again, this is the one we're going to use to verify whether the amp can do its power, rated at 4800, and yes, easily 5500 watts. Actually, almost 5600, 5590 at 14.46. Now we'll try the dynamic burst, sending a 40 hertz pulse tone into the amp. Again, we have strong voltage here because we're using our lithium LTO bank.
Still, you're doing way overrated.
14.56, we get 5472. What about the efficiency? Measured a little bit lower here at 2 ohms, 74%.
It's normal though for that amp.
Still okay.
It's not bad.
Now 1 ohm.
Right.
This powerful $99 drone is now
really
available
an ad?
in the U.S.
Are you kidding
This
me?
is an extremely high-tech $5,000
Oh man, I need
drone.
to
It was developed so
hook
that
up my
Navy
premium
SEALs
to this. That's annoying.
Amp is rated 7500 watts at 14.4
Or just
volts.
log into my
and
actual
we're going
account
to
on
set the clip limit
this
to the
stuff.
off position for this test.
Which I just
Here we go.
could
Can
do,
we get that
honestly.
7500 watts? Oh yes, 8172
Wow.
at 14.46.
285 watts.
Impressive,
Well, that's
even though
times
it
3, so
wasn't
900
so
amps
much
of
so
current
at
times 14.
4 ohms
That's
and 2
a lot
ohms
of
because it had
power.
to
The
get to the
efficiency's
uncertified
definitely
mode. What does
dropping.
it do uncertified up to clipping? 8432, 14.49. So we're close to that 14.4 and we're getting almost 1,000 watts over the rated power.
Right.
Dynamic burst, 1 ohm, 40 hertz,
I love the
pushing
voltmeter
10K,
clip detector
friends.
bass knobs. I just
9661. Is
all
it
you
getting
need.
higher? 9661 at 14.5 volts. Now check out the efficiency that I measured here. 88%.
how?
At 1 ohms. Now that is what I'm talking about. Did I just say 1 ohms? I meant 1 ohm.
There's
Now
a
let's
reason.
push
I
in
feel
this
like the
clip
clamp
limit
didn't
button to the ohm
read
position
right.
and try the test again at 1 ohm.
I don't know.
You can see didn't quite get as
Wow.
much power. 7684, 14.41.
Okay.
I will
it's times
reset the
3.
dyno for the uncertified test. Takes us up
guess.
to the
No,
clipping
there's no
point,
way.
and I can't talk today. Sorry about that.
Hold up.
Here we go. 8461, 14.42. So pushing 1,000 watts more than the rated power. Dynamic. Let's send that pulse tone. Oh yeah, 95, 92. Keeps pulsing. We can get any higher. I think that's what we're going to get. 95, 92 at 14.59. And efficiency with the button pushed in was, wow, it's a lot less, 68%. Maybe leave that button unpushed
There
or
you go.
not pushed in. This may be the first amp I've ever seen that did not meet rated at 1% distortion
limit
at 4 ohms
off,
or 2 ohms,
clip
but
limit
then blew it out of the
on.
water at 1 ohm. But at clipping, again, this amp is huge. This is a SPL amp. As long as it meets rated clipping, I'm good. Now let's talk about what's inside.
That's weird. It's something
16
with the
switches and sounds for you know what.
I don't know.
Let's pull the bottom panel off and see what it looks like.
Current's
Yes,
current.
it looks a lot like the Vital Power, just like we thought. You can see the amplifier is huge. Again, 33 inches long, has 6 different toroidal transformers, in addition to additional output
I
chokes
do like
there.
the
25
clip
volt,
limiters,
4700
though,
microfarad for the power supply
Us
filtering.
bass heads.
And the rail
that like to
caps,
just go full tilt
1800
boogie.
microfarads, 200
less chance of error.
volts, TT Beacon. And here is the button that enables or disables the clip function. So I would just recommend leaving that off. Now I did notice that some of the windings on the chokes were a little loose, and I asked some of the technicians about this, and they said, yeah, those should be tight. I
Man, 5
asked Team
o'clock
Pie about
already.
it, and they said they're ensuring that future models are going to be wound tighter. Same thing on the transformers here. You can see we got a little bit
Let that one
of
slide,
looseness going on here with some of the windings. But again, they have promised that the newer models are going to pay more attention to that and make sure they're nice and tight. Now you may not notice by this picture here, but it was hard to get both these amps stacked on top of each other, and it doesn't look that big compared to me, but I'm a big dude, so the amp is big and it's heavy at over 40 pounds. We'll see some demos from some real world situations of these amps being installed in cars.
Looks like some sundown use. Something equivalent. I think that's a few of them there.
Right now we're going to talk about the pros and cons, things I like and things I think could be better. There's a lot of pros on this amp. Rated power plus at clipping, 1110 inputs. It is linkable if 7500 watts is not enough. Has active cooling with fans, clip limit button, which I wouldn't use. Tiffany RCAs, which are very nice. It's a reasonable price. Check with teampieaudio.com. Efficiency was very good. Could be better. It's big and heavy, of course. It is a half bridge. Loud fans, 8 gauge speaker outputs. Maybe they could be 4. The generic design, which is a copy, which again, it works okay, so that's really not a big deal. Support and logistics, you're getting it straight from China, so that could be a problem. Takes power to make power, so make sure you have the electrical system to be able to support an amplifier this big if you get this. Otherwise, you're going to be very unhappy to the fact that you're going to either damage the amp or you're going to damage your electrical system. So there you have it, the Team Pie 7500. Make sure you stick around till after here the end credits, because I'm going to show some more tests.
Half
but for right now, Big D, I'm out of here.
Always gotta stay to the end. Always.
Team Pie 7500. Let's try 0.8. It's not rated anything less than 1 ohm. 1% THD, 40 hertz. Wow. 8,736 watts, right at 14.4. Uncertified takes us up to clipping, again 0.8. This is a rather brutal test on the amp.
Uncertified at 1 ohm.
86.48. That's interesting. It's a little bit less at 14.5. Now let's try the dynamic test. Reset the clamp.
He forgot to do the uncertified at
40 hertz dynamic 0.8.
That's why it was less. Got a lot of headroom, big power supply. $11,694, almost 11,700 watts. Here we go, slow motion. Tried to lose my phone. What? Let's see. Can we exit out? Awesome, we're good. And this whole time we had no viewers, which makes me feel great. Not really. No, I'm just kidding. Probably going to show my Patreons this first so that they get, the first scoop, and then I'm sure word of mouth will travel and just see what it does without any kind of Facebook algorithm help. Not like this channel is going to blow up or anything or trying to get monetized on here, but just so I can side jag with you guys. I honestly think it's a really good idea because I go to work and I, travel anywhere from an hour to 2 hours and a little bit more, and I'm just sitting in the car. And if I got everything done and someone isn't going live that I'm already watching with you guys, why not go live myself? Just in the car on my phone, nothing crazy, but just something like that. And, some extra content that maybe, I like to put on Facebook, and sometimes you guys might not be on Facebook, you might not see it, or just some videos are just better for YouTube just because of the duration and stuff like that. And I don't know, we'll see. We'll just try to have fun with this channel, and as always, stay living loud, everyone. See you next time. And no fancy roll-ins or roll-outs. That's for the actual show.